of the World Cup. Bulgaria pull off one of the shocks of recent modern football in the World Cup.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 greatest upsets in FIFA World Cup history.
And they were never, ever allowed to forget that they lost that game.
For this list, we're looking at the shocking times the underdogs got the upper hand in the illustrious tournament. We'll only be exploring matches for the main event, not the upsets during qualification. Which underdog nation do you support on top of your own country? Let us know below. Number 10. Saudi Arabia versus Argentina. It's not every match when a shock win causes a public holiday to be announced, but that was the case with this battle at the 2022 World Cup. Before the tournament began, Saudi Arabia was placed 51st in FIFA Men's World Ranking. Only Ghana was lower at 61st, while Argentina, the team many people selected to win the whole thing, was ranked 3rd. So, with the two facing off in Group C, no one had hopes for the Middle Eastern side, especially after Lionel Messi scored a penalty and the South Americans had 3 goals disallowed. But in the second half, everything changed.
An opportunity for Saudi Arabia, and it is taken! A blockbuster start to the second half for Saudi Arabia.
A revitalized Saudi Arabia fired back, with goals from Saleh Al-Shehri and Salem Al-Dasari to grab an incredible and historic win. Number 9. Algeria versus West Germany. Algeria was thrown into the deep end at the 1982 World Cup when they were put in a group with Austria, Chile, and West Germany. Well, Algeria took on the latter in the group's opening match. And amazingly, the then two-time World Cup winners were beaten by the African nation 2-1. Then, after losing to Austria, Algeria beat Chile and looked to progress to the knockout round. Instead, West Germany and Austria took place in the scandal known as the Disgrace of Gijón. If West Germany won by at most 2 goals, alongside Austria, they would qualify instead of Algeria. Once West Germany scored 1, both teams sat back and waited for the final whistle, screwing the Greens in the process.
FIFA quickly let it be known that the rules would be changed to prevent any recurrence. The final matches in every first-round group will be played simultaneously at future World Cups.
Number 8. Senegal versus France. Going into the 2002 World Cup in South Korea and Japan, Senegal, who were making their tournament debut, was placed 42nd in FIFA's rankings. Well, they got the warm welcome of being put in the same group as France, the reigning world champions who were ranked 1st, and had to face them in the tournament's opening match. Yet Senegal rose to the occasion and then some. In the 30th minute, the late great Papa Bouba Diop slid in to meet El Hadji Diouf's cross, scoring the only goal of the game.
Bouba Diop is there! Oh, and Bouba Diop is there! And Senegal had scored the first goal of the 2002 World Cup!
But the fun wasn't over. Senegal managed to qualify from the group stage with Denmark, while France shockingly finished bottom. Number 7. East Germany versus West Germany. After World War II, Germany was split into 3 entities: West Germany, East Germany, and until 1956, Saarland. Because of the political tensions, East and West didn't face each other in a football match just in case things ever got a bit heated. Well, for the 1974 tournament, the two were somehow put in the same group. The world watched in anticipation for the group's final game, expecting West Germany to run riot on its eastern neighbors. Instead, a singular goal by midfielder Jürgen Sparwasser got the win for East Germany. As a result, they finished at the top of Group 1, ahead of West Germany. But the West got the last laugh as they went on to win the World Cup. Number 6. North Korea versus Italy. When North Korea arrived in England for the 1966 World Cup, no one really gave them much of a chance, except Middlesbrough, who became the unofficial fan club for the squad. Drawn into a group with the Soviet Union, Chile, and Italy, it looked like it would be a quick exit for the Asian nation. In their final game against Italy, North Korea needed a win to progress to the quarterfinals. However, the stars aligned. With the score 0-0, Italy's captain Giacomo Bulgarelli had to go off due to injury, leaving his side down to 10. Seeing their chance, Pak Duik finished the only goal of the game, getting his nation through the group and knocking off Italy. Number 5. Cameroon versus Argentina. For the 1990 World Cup in Italy, Cameroon made their second outing in the illustrious tournament. The indomitable Lions faced the reigning world champions Argentina in the group's first game. And if things couldn't get any more difficult in the game, one of the team's core players, André Canabiyik, was shown a red card. Minutes later, however, François Omambiek opened the scoring against Argentina.
Omambiek! Oh, they scored! Disaster for Pompidou! One brother is sent off, the other brother scores. Amazing!
To make things even more tense, late in the game, Benjamin Massing booted Claudio Canija so hard his boot came off, earning himself a second yellow and reducing Cameroon to 9 players.
It's the red one coming out. Quite right. Quite right.
Yet somehow they held on and went on to top their group. Number 4, Bulgaria versus Germany. Coming into the 1994 tournament, Germany was the highest-ranked team in the world. With a German squad littered with talent like Jürgen Klinsmann, Rudi Völler, and Lothar Matthäus, it looked like it would be an easy win for them against Bulgaria in the quarterfinals. Not quite.
Germany already had half a towel on the semi-final sunbed.
They're cruising it.
Hristo Stoichkov equalized the score in the 75th minute. Minutes later, Jordan Lechkov secured the famous comeback.
And Lechkov going in, and it's another one! Bulgaria are in front, Lechkov!
While Bulgaria was knocked out by eventual winners Italy in the semifinals, the team now had a cult following for their heroics. Stoichkov even finished joint top scorer of the tournament with Russia's Oleg Salenko, and the Bulgarian went on to win the iconic Ballon d'Or in 1994. Number 3, West Germany versus Hungary. Coming into the 1954 World Cup, Hungary was the overwhelming favorite to claim the trophy with their golden team. In a span of 4 years, they had gone unbeaten in 31 official matches with talents like Nandor Hidekuti, Gyula Grosic, and Ferenc Puskás. However, standing in their way was West Germany, who they met in the final. Within 8 minutes of the match, Hungary was 2-0 ahead thanks to goals by Puskás and Zoltán Czibor. However, Max Morlock pulled one back for West Germany in the 10th minute, followed by Helmut Rahn in the 18th. Hungary assaulted the German goal but couldn't get through. Then, Rahn scored again in the 84th minute, giving the Germans their first World Cup and cementing this match into folklore as the Miracle of Bern. Number 2, the USA versus England. With a team of stars like Tom Finney, Billy Wright, and Stanley Matthews, England was one of the hot favorites coming into the 1950 edition of the tournament. So when they faced a United States team formed of mostly part-timers in a Group 2 fixture, the England team was probably rubbing their hands with glee. They initially dominated, but they couldn't find a way through. It was at around this point that Joe Gaetjens put the US shockingly ahead. With some luck and a lot of passion, they hung on. This startling win came to be known as the Miracle on Grass. While neither side progressed from the group, this famous battle left its mark on US sports history.
Ironically, one of the greatest sporting upsets went largely unreported because many English newspapers thought the scoreline was a typing error.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Uruguay versus Brazil. With England out of the 1950 tournament, all eyes were on Brazil to become world champions in their own country. With the winner being determined by a league table, all Brazil had to do was avoid a defeat against Uruguay in the final match. Meanwhile, Uruguay was in a must-win situation. With how dominant Brazil had been, FIFA was so confident that 22 winning medals for their squad were apparently made before kickoff, and a celebratory song was composed. But shortly into the second half, Friaça put Brazil in the lead. Against all odds, Juan Alberto Schiaffino and Alcides Guija's efforts propelled Uruguay to the famous win, and their second World Cup since its inception in 1930, as distraught Brazilian fans watched on.
That was the lowest point in Brazilian football history.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.